Let's see. I think we'll probably get into our first set very shortly too. I think what we're getting
Yeah.
queued up, I think, was cassette
It's
tape and
Quaid
Quaid.
cassette tape.
Yeah. I know
Yeah.
Quaid. I know CassetteTape because I met them at Battle of BC. I'm right the pool captain for some other stuff, for some side bracket stuff. Good people. I think, I believe I know PNW. I'm not sure if it was Oregon or not. So there's definitely good vibes there. And then Quaid's someone I'm not as familiar with. But definitely as somebody who isn't West Coast familiar, probably wouldn't. You'd probably fill me in at least.
Yeah, there's definitely just I feel like Melee as a whole has just quietly gotten a lot bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and we just don't realize the scope of it yet because we're three years out or so from Slippy really taking off.
Mm-hmm.
I think once we hit like 2014, 2015, we're finally going to have like true blue Slippy Kid top players.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm more than content to see how they work and try to make
Exactly
things
too.
their own.
I'm going by the positioning. Well, I'm also assuming that Quaid's playing Sheik and CassetteTape's playing the Spacey. Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
great narrative shield too.
If we're going just off vibes, I feel like Quaid is a Sheik player tag. I don't know why. Yeah.
So it's always that thing where it's like you see the player tag and you're oh yeah, they definitely play X character, and maybe that kind of situation too.
Yeah.
I also think like before there's someone in the bracket tonight is 20,000 Lions. I swear I thought they were a Doc player before I went to this, but they're playing Fox right now.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Fox player to me.
Yeah, it does sound like that. I might be thinking of like a previous one that I did.
19,000 Lions.
19. that reminds me of the age-old question, like who wins, like the 1 million Lions thing in the Pokemon thing. That's the heated debate that's happened forever, as opposed to like
I don't know
20,000 Lions. That's still a lot. Like 20,000 is still a lot of them when you think about it.
That's a lot of Lions. Okay, cassette tape has been keeping a pretty nice little stock lead, consistent. Good little work on platform here, trying to just bait Sheik into a bad option. Get up under her. There you go.
Especially, we all know that, for those who don't know, the matchup percent for Sheik. Oh, there's now they can play the game because they were below the percent where Sheik gets knocked down on Falco at all. But now that Sheik's got Falco, that more juicy percent, they can actually like do stuff and actually knock Falco down. So maybe it could be opening for Quaid. If they can't really find that sort of thing, it can't just be more of a nightmare.
Yeah, I think Seal said it's like 27% for F-Tilt to start knocking down instead of being able to be CC'd.
I learned it from
that
him too.
Huge. All right.
I like the center stage play that Quaid's kind of showing off. It's a matter of like getting the bird off stage. Like once you get that solid hit in, it just makes things a lot harder. Great Omps attack, but no, because everyone's just ready for it. And I think it's just like a commentator trope at this point. We always talk about how like people are just so adjusted to that kind of stuff now. It's just like they can just read that stuff so easily.
Yeah, no, cassette tape's doing pretty all right here. Yep, just right on back.
Mm-hmm.
I love Melee where the pace gets kept, and it feels like it's like the perfect example of mid-level, where it's like you just kind of see people doing what they can to work from behind, but the amount of like skill you have to really get a lead back in this game, it's tough.
It's tough, especially a character like, which Sheik, as I was saying earlier, can't really play the game till like 23, 27%. Kind of has to get percent on Falco. Still can't really get a knockdown yet. Whereas for Falco, it's kind of like I can just like pillar combo you across the stage and kill you at any moment. And like when you're coming from ledge and Falco just controls stage, like it's so intimidating. Like you just want to find some way to do something, but Falco is either just constantly wearing you down, and you're like, okay, what do I do here? I guess I have to eat whatever this is and then come back next game. So it's tough. And Falco is a character where I feel like he just control flow and also just change up how he wants to play, like a snap of a finger, because he can either be laser focused or be in your face.
I also didn't realize that Jeff in 3D was our Jeff. I was just like, Jeff. Nice to meet this Jeff.
That's my
That's the Jeff in 3D running production. That's my dog.
Yeah. I remember I have good vibes with Jeff back at Genesis, and it's been good for me staying in touch every once in a while too. So big ups to Jeff for in production tonight. We had a rotating cast production recently, but they're doing their best. So
okay, Quaid getting a little Fox now. Already starting off real strong. Got a back throw shine earlier.
Yeah, this is the classic in the Spacey Ditto.
I also just feel like this matchup is, Sheik definitely does some things to Falco, but I feel like this, you get to get active with it. You got to be precise, but you get to get active.
You gotta be like doing the footwork and showing off like all your jabs, stuff like that. You gotta knock them down. That's how I look at these kind of matches. Whoever gets a knockdown first or grab first typically gets something out of it. I don't know. Compared to mid-level, it's very much more back and forth. You aren't going to be as like nailed down with their combos, but like this is like kind of like what it devolves into.
Yeah. Okay, catches the jump to platform. A little irresponsible. Let's see.
I like the idea of the down air to these get some extra percent too from Fox. I like the idea of like full hop down air, especially either in the Ditto or against Falco, because if they're not ready for it, you just catch them off guard and you lead to like a shine or a grab. So that's good stuff there for Quaid to try that out.
Yeah, I mean, if Falco's willing to like jump in and approach, which when they're down, it's like they really just hang back a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to close that gap is super scary, especially with how good people have gotten with like SDI out of laser or dash back out of laser. Rough DI on the back air there though. Good laser. No, we get the cleanup maybe.
We just grabbed him out of the up B too, which was crazy. He had like no fear at all, which was so sick.
That was actually wild. I can't believe that CassetteTape managed to close that out. We got an even game.
I was doing Fox things. Oh, I think you want to do something else, or didn't mean to do the F tilt, but it's all right. Quaid also often least going up to platforms to kind of work around Falco's. Falco's usually either going up the top platform, whereas like Quaid will usually go to the side plats, but CassetteTape's usually able to cut him off too.
Yeah, Falco's got really good lanes of control when he's not having to deal with someone that can run around platform faster than him.
Exactly.
Because like if you have like a Falcon or a Fox just trying to like work side and top plat when he's not ready to just immediately get up there and jump up. Oh, this knockdown though? Oh, barely. That would have been a great shield stab because he had his shield angled for the forward smash.
Yeah, he was ready for it. That would have been an amazing mix-up. Gotta be quicker than that.
Okay. Yep. Just gripper and ripper. Absolutely.
That's the classic. Like that's it. If it ain't broke, don't fix a type edge guard.
I mean, it's just one of the best DI mix-ups of all time, honestly. Like Falco is a character that requires DI mix-ups as a basis of his initial like punish game so much more than a lot of characters in the cast.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a lot of straight up like get you things unless it's like bad DI. So once players really start implementing good survival DI, it's tough. You get the
all
good
about like catch them in the act sort of thing. So you're gonna do that. So you gotta follow up with whatever you need to, like a forward smash, or sometimes you like see people like do an up smash and something else afterward to get really creative with it.
Cutting the combo short with Falco is always so funny if you just rip that F smash. Oh, that catches the shield, and that's a dead Fox. Damn.
Quaid almost brought that back too.
Yeah, Quaid was doing nice with it.
Yeah, Fox looking good. I like that. I like what I see. So that was the first dead.
2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5?
I think it's best of 3 till top 8.